1987, the filmmakers behind Predator attempted something Hollywood wasn't even sure could be done, making a 7-foot alien disappear right in front of the camera. No CGI, no computers, just pure filmmaking genius. And the method they used was so unusual, so technical, that it's still studied today as one of the greatest practical visual effects. So, without wasting a second, let's break down how the filmmakers pulled off one of their most mind-blowing behind-the-scenes tricks. When Predator was released, it didn't just introduce audiences to another Hollywood monster, it gave the world one of the most iconic alien creatures ever put on screen. Behind that terrifying design stood Stan Winston Studios, the most respected creature effects team of the decade. Their practical craftsmanship transformed the Predator from a simple concept into a living, breathing nightmare. The Predator suit wasn't created as a single piece, it was a carefully engineered combination of sculpture, mechanics, and performance. Stan Winston began the process with a small clay maquette, miniature models that helped the filmmakers visualize the creature's overall shape, its proportions, and its aggressive hunter-like silhouette. These maquettes were crucial. They allowed director John McTiernan and the producers to refine the exact look they wanted before committing to the full body build. Once the design was officially approved, the team scaled it up. The Predator's full-size body was sculpted in foam latex, a material widely used in the 80s because it provided a realistic skin-like texture and could stretch naturally with an actor's movement. Foam latex made the creature look alive, not like a stiff rubber suit. To bring this towering creature to life, the production cast Kevin Peter Hall, a gentle giant standing at an incredible 7 feet 2 inches tall. His natural height and posture gave the Predator an intimidating presence, long before the suit was even added. The moment he stepped into costume, the alien instantly felt monstrous, agile, and terrifying. But wearing the suit was a battle of its own. The foam latex absorbed sweat like a sponge. As the filming day dragged on under the brutal heat and humidity of the Mexican jungle, the suit grew heavier and heavier. Breathing inside it was difficult. Moving inside it was exhausting. Every step Kevin took required strength, balance, and patience. Yet, on camera, he made the Predator look effortlessly powerful. If the suit gave Predator its body, the animatronic head gave it its soul. The creature's face, its mandibles opening and snapping shut, the inner mouth clicking forward, the subtle twitch of its jaw, was all created through an animatronic system. This mechanical head was wired with cables, servos, and remote controls that allowed puppeteers to produce expressions ranging from quiet growls to ferocious roars. For close-ups where the Predator removes its biomask, filmmakers swapped out the full suit head for this highly detailed mechanical version. The result, some of the most memorable monster close-ups ever filmed. In action sequences, however, Kevin Peter Hall wore a simplified version, a partial facial setup that allowed him to move freely while still maintaining the creature's look. Decades later, the original Predator suit remains the gold standard of practical creature design. Even with today's advanced CGI, the 1987 Predator still feels more tangible, more alive, and more intimidating than many modern digital creatures. That's because Stan Winston didn't just design a monster, he built a culture, a personality, a hunter with its own identity. And that craftsmanship is why the Predator continues to dominate pop culture and inspire creature designers to this day. The Gorilla Base Camp destruction sequence in Predator stands as one of the film's most explosive and technically demanding shoot days. Every moment of chaos you see on screen, every hut shredding apart, every fireball rising, every stuntman flying, was created entirely with practical effects, real pyrotechnics, and precision stunt choreography. Before cameras even rolled, the production team constructed a full-scale guerrilla camp deep inside the jungles of Palenque, Mexico. This wasn't a fake Hollywood set. It was a fully built miniature village, complete with bamboo watchtowers, wooden huts, bridges, fuel barrels, ammo shacks, radio cabins, storage racks. Everything was crafted from lightweight wood and breakaway materials. The structures needed to look solid on camera, but collapse in a controlled, dramatic way once the explosions hit. The goal was simple: maximum destruction, 0 injuries. Stunt coordinator Craig R. Baxley designed the entire sequence with military precision. He mapped out every detail: which hut a stuntman would dive behind, which crate would be blasted into the air, which guerrilla soldier would flip from an explosion, and how Arnold's team would charge through the camp firing heavy weapons. Every moment of mayhem was rehearsed down to the second, so the explosions, gunfire, and stunts could sync seamlessly. To bring the shootout to life, the pyrotechnics crew planted dozens of small and medium-sized explosive charges beneath the camp floor, inside walls and around key structures. These were designed to blow outward safely, sending dirt, debris, and wooden splinters flying toward the camera for that raw war zone effect. For the massive fireballs seen after the blast, the team added gas-based flame rigs and strategic gasoline burns. This created those towering orange flames and rolling smoke clouds seen in the final film. If you watch the BTS footage, you'll actually see crew members carefully prepping gasoline patches around the set. Moments later, those same areas erupt into full-scale infernos. To heighten the realism, the actors, even Arnold Schwarzenegger's entire squad, used weapons loaded with Hollywood-grade blank rounds. These blanks produced real muzzle flashes, real recoil, real sound. This eliminated the need for fake digital gunfire and gave the actors natural reactions on camera. It made the firefight feel gritty, dirty, and authentic. One of the most unforgettable weapons in the movie is Blaine's GE M134 style minigun, nicknamed Old Painless. Although the real M134 is a full military rotary gun typically mounted on helicopters, the filmmakers wanted Blaine to carry it like a human tank. To achieve this, the effects crew heavily modified the real weapon. They built a lightweight custom frame so Jesse Ventura could hold it. They attached an M60 machine gun handguard upside down for extra support. The weapon's rotating barrels required electric power, so a hidden cable ran through Ventura's pants and jacket, connecting to an off-screen battery pack. This allowed the barrels to spin at high speed, creating massive muzzle flashes without overheating. Because the explosions were real, stunt safety was priority number 1. Under the huts, behind logs, and even beneath tree roots, the crew placed stunt pads to cushion the falls. These allowed performers to dive from collapsing structures, get thrown by blast effects, roll from gunfire impacts, or fall from tower platforms. The result is a sequence that looks chaotic and dangerous, but was executed with incredible control and professionalism. Almost everything you see in this scene actually happened in front of the camera. Real structures, real explosions, real fire, real stunt performers, real heavy weapon effects. In an era before CGI domination, this sequence remains a perfect example of how far practical filmmaking could go, and why Predator still feels brutally authentic decades later. When audiences first saw the Predator shimmer into view, its body bending light, bending into the jungle, it looked like something from the future. And most people today naturally assume it was CGI. But in 1987, CGI was almost non-existent. So this groundbreaking effect was created through pure practical filmmaking, optical tricks, custom suits, and frame-by-frame precision. This wasn't just a visual effect, it was a filmmaking miracle. To begin the effect, the filmmakers designed a full-body bright red suit for actor Kevin Peter Hall. Red might seem unusual, but it was chosen for a smart reason. Red was chosen because the jungle was filled with dense green vegetation, making red the easiest and most isolated color to key out during compositing. The team first recorded a master shot of Kevin walking naturally in the red suit, using a normal lens so that his body proportions and movement matched real-world scale. After capturing the performance, they shoot a second version of the same scene, the clean plate. This was filmed from the exact same camera position, angle, and framing, but with one genius twist. The clean plate was shot using a lens approximately 30% wider. When the visual effects team combined both shots on the optical printer, they keyed out the red suit silhouette and replaced that area with the wider clean plate background. Because the clean plate was wider, the jungle imagery stretched and warped when compressed back into the Predator's shape. This created the wavy bending light distortion we now recognize as Predator's signature shimmering camouflage. So, that's how the filmmakers pulled off this insane moment. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more videos of the behind-the-scenes moments from your favorite movies. Thanks for watching.